Contemplating divorce is one of the most painful decisions a couple can make, and it's never easy.
But there are steps you can take to smooth out the process. Our Manny Medrano is here with some expert advice inside the law. Manny.
Well, Manny, thank you very much. Well, for many married couples, trouble in paradise can often translate into considering divorce. But you have to listen closely because you need to think it through. Divorce can be traumatic and expensive. You want to talk expensive? In Frank and Jamie McCourt's nasty public divorce, Jamie is demanding $1 million per month for living expenses, and that Frank pony up $9 million for her attorney's fees. Of course, most people considering divorce aren't at that stratospheric income level, but money is always an issue.
Every day that you go to court, you can expect to spend $5,000 to $10,000 on your lawyer.
Attorney Steve Mindel has been involved in numerous high-profile divorces. He currently represents Anna Anka in her divorce from singer-songwriter Paul Anka. Mindel suggests marriage counseling to try and save a relationship.
Number one, potentially you can save the marriage. And number two, even if the marriage can't be saved, it creates an environment, a place where we can discuss items and not have to use the lawyers.
If counseling doesn't work, here's the key question to ask yourself if you're thinking of splitting up.
Am I going to be secure? And security is both financial security and it's security for your children and your loved ones, because we have a lot of responsibilities when we're in a marriage.
And if you split up, like the McCourts, prepare to take a hit financially.
Don't expect that the other spouse is going to give you 100% of what they make so that you and your children can survive.
Mindel says a divorcing couple's worst enemy is seething anger because that draws out the court fight.
I generally advise my clients to try to meet with some type of a religious leader or psychologist, a therapist, to keep their moral compass. Because if you keep your moral compass, you might keep your attorney fees down.
Let me clear up this misconception. California is a no-fault divorce state, which means that you don't have to show any wrongdoing by either side to go forward a divorce. You just need to claim irreconcilable differences. If you have legal issues I can help you out with, log on to KTLA.com/legal, and you can always email me your questions at mamedrano@tribune.com. You got to think it through. There's a lot of consequences financially, the kids, the list goes on and on.
You know, unfortunately, I have a friend who was just talking to me. She's considering getting divorced, but she said, honestly, it's too expensive. I can't even consider it. Who ends up paying the legal fees, the attorney fees for all this?
Another misconception is that one spouse will pick up most of the tab. The way it works is this. Let's say we're married, each earn $50K a year, total of 100. You know what? We're probably going to pay for our own legal expenses, but if one spouse makes a ton more, they'll probably pick up a higher percentage of the attorney's fees.
And another way to go, I mean, I know people have used mediation, and that's been helpful for them.
Very much so, because you can do mediation without the lawyers, and maybe that's a way to, to dissolve the marriage without really backbreaking legal expenses. It's not cheap if you use the lawyers to get a divorce. Now, sometimes it's unavoidable. You got to do that, protect your interests, but it's not inexpensive.
All right. Manny, thank you very much for your advice.
Thanks, Manny. All right, and now to some health news.